Yeah.
Okay, we've talked about in other relationship episodes that you can be in an open relationship. You can be in a flow exploration. You can be poly. You can be in a lot of places, intentionally single. You could be monogamous. I mean, different flavors for different people wanting different things. However, a fundamental piece of all those is the communication. Okay, so regardless of what situationship you're in, you got to communicate. For real. Look, and Sae'Von might have brought up a point that some people might need or might be in something closer to an open relationship so that they're not cheating.
Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of wisdom there because, like, I think that's when it comes back to, and once again, we need like a mission statement for 80/20, but we talk about self-awareness a lot. People got to be self-aware on how they are in relationships. What do they need? And a lot of this can even come back to what you didn't have as a child informing how you behave as you get older, right? And so with that being the case, you'll often find men, women will get into a relationship. They'll call it monogamous, knowing damn well they've cheated on everybody they ever been with. It's people like that. I was finna throw one of my niggas under the bus. I ain't even gonna do it.
Don't do that. Might be someone that watches this podcast. Don't do
that. Yeah. Some people cheat. Some people cheat a lot. I'm just say that. And
there's levels to it.
There's levels to it. And so if somebody, let's say it was a person with a high quantity, right, a high incidence rate of cheating, they should maybe take a bit of time to even step back, and maybe they don't know the open relationships are a thing, or that they can have a relationship underneath the terms that make the sense for those individuals in that relationship so that they can skirt around any of the fallout from cheating, because that shit can destroy a relationship, obviously, right? But a lot of times the reason it destroyed the relationship is because it feels like the highest violation of trust. However, if one then laid it out at the onset, or you could do this at any point along the journey of the relationship and say, okay, look, honestly, this is my perspective. This is how I feel. These are my wants, needs, and desires. What say you? And maybe that means that, you heard of these phrases of a hall pass or just these different parameters. Open does not necessarily mean that, all right, expect your partner to be fucking a different person every day of the week, right? But the idea, the concept that you all can still remain committed, loving each other, right? That might mean y'all live with each other, all the different ways it could play out, but that there also might be a situation where your partner engages with somebody else, right? And then once again, people can put these different rules on it however they want it to be, but ultimately that can never happen. That step will not be achieved if there's a lack of communication. And if you feel uncomfortable communicating your wants, needs, and desires to your partner, maybe that's not the right partner for you. Y'all have a lot more work to do so that there's a feeling of safety in communicating that. But also, if you're on the receiving end of it, you have to understand, and it's a challenge, that you can't take things personally, right? Because at the end of the day, the way I assess it, if a person in the relationship is coming to you trying to communicate that information, they're doing it because they do care about you and they don't want to violate that trust. And either it's one of two things. Either their desires are so extreme that they feel like they're going to violate it at some point and they want to get in front of it, or they are trying to maybe breathe life into the relationship or keep it going, because for some people, it's like, I don't know if you've ever done this for yourself, but running how long people stay in relationships. Or like, let's say that same example I gave of people who cheated on everybody they've been with. What if that only happens once they're a year in, once they're 2 years in? Because at that point, maybe they needed the excitement, they needed the novelty. So then I bring that up just so that people can really try to really take a blueprint approach to how they behave and operate and what their relationship is structured like, so that they can create the most hospitable environment for that relationship to thrive. Because what you don't want to do it's created a situation where now there is this thought, oh, we're in an open relationship, so now you are fucking somebody new every day, and it's like, that wasn't what this was supposed to achieve, and now that winds up crashing and burning the relationship as well. So, it's like, back to the idea of platonic relationships, just because a man spends time with a woman and vice versa does not mean that they're gonna be, fucking each other.
Doing it in the back of the car. Like, come on, guys.